us walk around here thinking we're, 5'11", 5'10". So when all this started with the kidneys, I was going in having to get measured, take vitals and everything.
They do your weight and everything.
I go in one day, I got my Air Max 95s on. I'm feeling big. I'm feeling tall. She measures me. She said, "You mind taking your shoes off, sir?" I was like, "No problem." And just straighten my back up against the wall. She goes, "Okay, all right, 5'9.5". I'm sorry, what? What'd you say? She said 5'9.5", and my license says 5'11". So I've been.
Did that just how's your pride feeling?
Everything came flooding in on me at that time because this whole time I've been thinking I was 5'11".
So
that I was
right
feeling good lying
6 feet.
about being 6 feet.
You were right there.
I was feeling no. No.
Only with shoes on.
If I was 5'9" without shoes, that meant I was like 5'10.5" with them. So my sister was with me.
Mm-hmm.
And, because I started asking people, because I was like, I couldn't believe this night. 5'9", no. I was like, hey, how tall are you? Someone would say, I think like maybe 5'7". Hey, how tall are you? 5'8"? No, I was asking them how tall they were.
Okay.
And I finally asked my sister, and this is why Black women are so important in your life, because they will bring you back to where you need to be. I say, how tall are you? And she says, I'm about 5'8". She said, how tall did you think you was? My own sister, dog.
Well, that's how they do you. Well, I'm a legit, I think, 5'11", but I'm never gonna try to get measured to find out because
don't do it.
I can't take that hit.
I'm still dealing with it. That was like 6 months ago. I'm still dealing with it. Even as I'm trying to grow a beard. And I see you got like the full beard. I appreciate you. I'm over here. I got struggle beard.
You got the struggle beard going.
I'm like, I'm doing like basically the acapella version of Sam Cooke's Change Is Gonna Come with my beard. Yeah, that ain't funny.
What you putting in it? What you doing? You got to hit it with a...
They lied to us when they told us to put a little urine on your face. It does not work. I'm telling you, it doesn't work. It doesn't. See, these little patches don't go.
Well, I'm genetically hairy as hell, so like it's easy for me to grow a beard. But see, my cousins, they got that shalom situation going, and they can really do it. But I can't do that. But hey,
yeah,
just a little brush here and there.
All right, so we are here. I did not think it would happen.
Hey,
I did not. You were the hardest man to get on the fucking phone. Like, what is up, man? First, thank you for coming, but dude, what is up?
I just finished a tour, so I was over in London for a little while.
Okay.
It was really cool. Came back here, did a show in Austin, and then jetted back here so I could, rock and roll with you. Hey, I'm kind of hard to find, but it's all, I see the messages. I might leave you on red every once in a while.
Yeah, I know.
My bad, bro.
I know.
I know you know, but I didn't mean to.
Hold on, look at me. I know.
You're looking a little too serious.
I'm messing with you. All right, check it. Tell me this. What's Mississippi's sound? Atlanta has a sound. New Orleans has bounce. Atlanta has crunk. Texas has, what's Texas's sound?
Oh, shoot, man. I don't know what Texas got. I mean, for a while, it was what? Screwed? Chopped and screwed music?
What is it going to take? What is our sound, and how are we going to break out, like artists and whatnot?
Well, Mississippi's problem.
Okay.
Their sound is their problem. Okay, so all the old heads feel this way about it. We got gospel and we got blues, and then you got the knockoff of blues, which is Southern Soul. That's probably going to get me canceled. I really don't care. But that's Mississippi's sound. When you take a cat like me that's over here doing jazz runs and all that stuff like that, they like, oh, no, that's New Orleans. I mean, but we in the triangle, so we right here. So I feel like we feed off everything. I feel like our sound is not really necessarily just one thing, because all the musicians that play in Atlanta, some of them that play in New Orleans, some of them that play in Tennessee, they all leave here anyway. So they got to be taking some of Mississippi with them and reinforcing these other genres. So I feel like, hey, we're probably a more of a jazzy, I don't know, hell, we got a hip hop scene, we got everything going on.
Yeah, but they don't take us seriously outside. So like, how do you think we get over that edge where they take us seriously?
Honestly, I think it takes artists to really blow up like I don't know, almost like a Bruno Mars or a Drake, which probably won't ever happen coming out of Mississippi. But that's just me being a musician and a pessimist at the same time, because a lot of musicians don't take their art serious. Like I'm in the room, I'm at the house running and singing my lyrics at the same time, thinking to myself, ain't nobody else doing this. It's so easy to break out of Mississippi because everybody else lazy.
Funny you mentioned Drake, because he's like, I've been thinking about that for some time. You know, he just had the most #1 hits.
Yes.
So do you think that comes with an asterisk or a caveat or so based on like today's, how we purchase music and listen to music?
I mean, it depends on what you're trying to call Drake. You call him a pop artist, you call him a hip hop artist. Because most hip hop heads gonna look at him like, no. But he might get mad if you call him a pop artist. I don't know.
No, not that. All right, so I'm talking about the way we consume music now.
What, like through the little stupid Spotify and stuff like that?
Like, all right, think back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you had to go in the store, physically purchase a copy of a CD or a record or an album, which means you had to get in your car, go spend your hard-earned money, and then go and buy that CD. Yeah. So, like nowadays with streaming, it's so easy to give an artist or a genre a chance because you're paying that one fee, $9.99 a month. And so you can listen to more artists without going. Because, I mean, do you really think I was going to go spend my money on like if Post Malone would have came out in 99, would you really have gone and spent your money on a Post Malone album? Versus just hitting play on Apple Music and streaming?
Post Malone, my dude. I like his music. I can't, but you're right. I can't promise you.
You're trying to get a duet. All right. Okay.
I can't promise you that I would run out and purchase his music. So yeah, you're probably right. But at the same time, you got to think like this. Drake is backed by all these major labels. He buying streams just like everybody else out there. The labels buying streams, pumping up the numbers. They pushing it on the radio. So I mean, yeah, like it's a whole setup from the way it used to be. You had to put something into music for people to really want to go out and say, okay, I'm finna purchase this. But he don't really. So yeah, you're right. Like he getting his rocks off, but it ain't. I mean, the music may not necessarily be worth.
Are you on social media?
Yeah.
Okay, good. What's your social media? Just if he sees this, I want to think that
he ain't finna come after me. He get butthurt too easy. That's right, what I heard. On that one.
All right. No, we're not. Yeah, we're not. Let's move on. You and I have had conversations a lot about dating.
Definitely about dating. That's our #1 topic.
Yeah, it's because we get into so much trouble because we do a lot of dating outside of the race.
This is very true.
I've never really understood why people have so much of a problem with that. Mm-hmm. And I was talking with my sister the other day because she wanted to know too. And I was like, I try. I was like, they're just not hiring me.
Well, I mean, that's what it is. It's just like, when you're going and you're trying to talk to someone, it's like a hiring process.
Yeah, if I go over here, this job says you're too qualified.
Yeah.
This job says, hey, we not hiring at this point. Mm-hmm. This job says we'll be hiring in 6 months.
Well, that's messed up that they know they're going to be hiring in 6 months because sometimes it might not even be going through a divorce. They just know they're finna break up with this person right before Christmas.
Yeah. And so I don't understand why we're villainized or vilified. What's the word? Is villainized the word?
Yeah.
Vilified.
I can take it. You can say we're made out to be the villains.
For doing so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I've seen a number of women on our side date outside of the race as well and to celebrate it.
Oh yeah. Everything is different for men. You can't date a younger chick because then all the chicks your age looking at you like, I mean, really? You robbing the cradle? You can't date outside? Really? You ain't gonna date one?
People are often mad at the things that they cannot themselves do.
True.
If you can't do something, then of course you're going to have a problem with somebody doing it. But if you're a 50-year-old cat that can still get 25-year-olds, you have no problem with.
Oh, I think it's awesome.
Yeah, but if you're a 50-year-old that can't get them, then it's like, hey, you need to act your age, man. You need to date how you supposed to be dating. What's wrong with you? So, but anyway.
That is very true though. Like, I don't know. Like I kind of feel like every time I have dated a younger chick, yeah, I've always got that blowback. But definitely, I was dating this this I guess a correct term would be Caucasian chick, and dude, it was when I was really my star had just started rising. So I was not a crossover success yet. And I made the mistake of taking her to like this neo soul show. And it was just me and her, and we had our table, and boy, them looks and them nudges, and everybody just like, oh my God.
This was in America or overseas?
Dude, it was overseas. It definitely was overseas.
Dating overseas, what is that like?
Dating is cool overseas. So let's just say you go to Asia. The Asian women, not like, women here. So like not your sister's going to have the big boom, boom, pow, the pow up here, the bam down there. So they got that bass. Well, over there, all the women are really.
You sounded like 40 right there. Just by the way.
They got that bass down now. They got the top game and the shit. It is what it is. They're slender. They're agreeable. They are, I get off the plane one night. I'm coming into the country. Where was I? I was in Thailand. So I was coming in, I was just trying to, blow off some steam because I had to go to Singapore. So I was like, okay, so we're going to go to Thai first. And we just going to chill because we got a couple of days layover. This chick, doing my little Tinder thing, just trying to see who out there, blah, blah, blah. She hits me up. Hey, I want to come pick you up from the airport. Well, first of all, you gotta be careful because you're a brother. So, so I had to look through. I had to make sure she was real because I ain't think it was no AI chick or some situation like that.
All right, okay.
But she comes and picks me up from the airport. Okay, this is what she do. She come pick me up. She take me to my spot that I'm gonna be staying for a couple of days. I go jump in the shower. While I'm in the shower, she cooks. I get out of the shower. She done put my clothes up and everything that I had in my little travel case. She done cook. She laid me down. Bam, bang, boom, bang, pow. We get it on. I done ate and everything. And she says, all right, well, I'll see you tomorrow. Now, that's what a man needs.
I absolutely thought you were going to surprise me or some shit by saying, like, yeah, I woke up in a bathtub without a kidney or something. That's what I was waiting. By the way.
Well, I got your back.
I was waiting on you to say she put a finger in the ass or something. Like, it was.
That was the next night, but I ain't trying to go with all.
I was waiting.
She ain't put it in my, like a little bang bang gang.
So I'm kind of weird about dating now.
What's your problem with dating? Like, is dating okay? Do you feel dating like is harder, or do you just feel like it's easier for you, or does it just overall suck?
No, I think where we are with dating now, people are terrified of someone trying to go viral off of their vulnerability.
Okay.
Like, you won't send texts. You won't send certain texts that you would send because she can screenshot it, send it to the group, making fun. Most times when you're talking to a lot of women, you're not talking to her. You're talking to all her friends in the group chat that are responding for.
Definitely.
And so I find it, like, I just find it a little more difficult now because everyone just wants to hide behind the wall of social media and I'm dead inside and all that. So, no, I'm serious. Like, that's just my
Well,
opinion.
I mean, that's the game right now. That's the game right now. Dating overall just is horrible. Well, okay, so this what gets me about dating now. It's all about the finance game. I mean, maybe about 15, 20 years ago, I didn't feel like if you stepped to a chick that she was asking for your FICO score. I just didn't feel like that. But now when you step up, and she's like, if you ain't got an 800 or, a better credit score with a Beamer.
See, where I am now, give me a 6 that likes to play cornhole, has less than 500 followers, wears a little makeup and has all the passwords to all her streaming services. Like, you give me that, I'm good. I'm rolling.
I'll take an adjustable 5, but she can't really be big on social media at all, to the point where she's got sub 500 followers and she never posts. Like, literally, you get on her social media and she ain't posted in like 2 years. So that's what I need right there. That does me good.
What's your thoughts on escorts?
Okay, so I ain't gonna tell you, got me with that one. I ain't gonna tell you my thoughts on escorts. I will tell you my homies' thoughts on escorts. Yeah.
Put his socials up too.
He's swiping that card as many chances as he get. He's coming through, running to Vegas every chance he gets, and he booking. I mean, I ain't gonna lie, they fine. But but a brother like me got to be careful out there, because you mess around and stick that mushroom tip in the wrong place, you're gonna come back on fire. I'm just saying.
Sorry. All right. So think about it. How much money, if you had to sit down really and think about how much money you spend when you meet a woman, all right? Just from like, hey, how you doing, girl? What's up? Yeah, don't wipe your face when you're doing it. I hate when that happens. But how much money you spend just from hello? What is your time worth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Texting, calling, trying to meet, going on a date.
Truth.
What would you say an hour of your time is worth?
Damn. Well, hell, I guess when you put it like that, you probably paying for the pussy.
No, I'm asking, what is an hour of your time worth? What do you think, if you had to say?
Well, if I put it in terms of when I'm just working every day, like if I'm doing song an hour, my time is probably worth about $350 an hour.
All right, let's stay there. So if you invest 10 hours trying to take a woman out, it's $3,500.
Pretty much.
20 hours, $7,000.
Oof.
What is, when it comes to say like escorts and whatnot, why do you think that stigma of just paying the $3,500 to just know exactly what's going to happen and get it over with and be done and go on about your day? Why do you think that stigma is there?
Damn. Okay, so you got a good point. It still ain't finna make me run out and go get an escort, but you got a good point. But dude, it's just like, well, at the end of the day, we from the South. So when you're from the South, Southern, like it's a little bit more conservative. It's not that it's a stigma, but it's like they probably do it, but it's under wraps. So it's not like they gonna do it. Cause like I can sit up here and say, yeah, man, you make a good point. I'm still not gonna go out and get an escort, and then tomorrow I go out and get an escort. You know what I'm saying? So that's just kind of what it is. But sex work is still it's taboo down here.
Yeah.
At least that's the way they act like it is. It's kind of taboo. I don't know why it's there, but hell, man, everybody acts like they don't watch porn. But why is it $1 billion industry if ain't nobody watching? I'm just saying.
I like the comment sections personally. It's like you can.
Hold up. Corn. Excuse me. Everybody says they're watching corn.
Stay right there in the South, because I was talking the other day with my grandfather, who's an avid hunter. And for some reason, like guys from the South, we do well wherever we go.
Oh yeah.
Right?
It's the voice, man.
And I was talking with him, and he could, in his day, he could hit a deer running at 75 yards. And he was also like one of the greatest fishermen that I've ever encompassed. And I remember he told me a lesson about life and how fishing lures are basically a metaphor for dating women and men. What do I mean by that? So have you fished before?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so you go in, you have some lures that are like, they're super shiny.
Oh, yeah.
They got all the like bells, feathers, and everything hanging on them.
Got the rubber ones.
Yeah, yeah.
Got
and
the ones with
you
the
pull
extra
those
hooks.
and you take those fishing, right? But my granddad was the kind of person who it took a couple worms. And he told me, he was like, that's the difference in dating. It's just like, if you go out in the clubs, he was like, look at all the guys with the jewelry, they're buying the bottles, they got all the flash on, the name brand clothes. He was like, those are those high-priced fishing lures that you see in the store. And you'll see how like the big fish will go around those because they're too smart to like pull on that, right? But what you'll catch is like those little, what's the little shit fish what's the shit fish? No, I'm asking you, what is it?
Little guppies, like the little minnows.
But you'll steady catch those all day long, filling up the bucket. But my granddad was a cat that would sit over there with just worms on the hook and catch like the baddest bitch in the sea. Because he knew it wasn't what you were presenting, because if she wanted more and she knew she wanted more, then she'd see it.
I'm digging it.
So like, what do you fish with in life?
Oh, well, dude, I'm definitely a worm fisher, but you got to think like this. This is how I see. If you walk in any spot, you got the Rolex watch on, it's shining. It might be real, it might be fake. Ain't no telling. But at the end of the day, if you walk in with that on, you got your our money or whatever. I don't know what it Tom Ford might be the thing today, but we'll just say our money for the sake of whatever the argument. You're going to cause eyes to be on you, but you're also a mark. My thought process is when they see you shining, like, oh, he got some money. So you probably gonna catch a lot of chicks.
Mm-hmm.
But they also gonna be gold diggers at the same time. I mean, come on, you see the gold digger videos all the time. You pull up, oh man, I'm trying to talk to you and blah, blah, blah. They don't want to talk. All right, well, I see you later, I guess, blah, blah, blah. You walk over to the Ferrari and she like, hold on, that's your car? That's what it is in the club.
I like those videos, but I feel like too, like in the metaphor of fishing lures, that's still the same.
Yeah.
Like just pay dues, right? Because I feel like something else I also go by is like you pay dues your entire life.
Yeah.
You know how people say you got to pay your dues?
Yeah.
I think, say for instance, when we were starting up, you were in music, I was in film and comedy trying to make it. The route was to head out to LA, or for you, it was to head out to New York.
Yeah.
And try to get on that way, but you don't have to do that anymore just with the advent of technology and everything we have. And so it hit me the other day because all of this came so fast. Mm-hmm. I couldn't hit the road anymore, so I had to figure out how am I going to get my message out. And all of it started happening so easy. Like my friends in the restaurants were like pulling together to, if I needed chairs for an audience, or friends who had come on, if I needed pizza or something to come on to feed the guests. And I was like, why is all this happening so easily? And then it made me realize the dues that I've paid in life.
Oh, yeah.
I've been there for so many other people, and I've done things for so many other people where now that karma like comes back. I got a funny story about karma too when you take your point.
Well, you got to eat. Well, at the end of the day, you got to eat shit. So you eat shit for 10, 20, how many ever years. And then after a while, it just kind of, after eating all that shit, it kind of turns into something. It turns into something better. That
happened with you at the tourism office, right?
Oh, okay. So, funny thing about tourism. So I've been working as tourism for like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So one day, my boss says, okay, we need to, I got this meeting and I need to go meet this guy. He's going to meet a multi-millionaire. So he says, I'm going to be probably drinking some wine or whatever. So I need you to take me over there. So I took him to this meeting. He's drinking his Pinot or whatever he's drinking. And I'm just kind of walking around. This guy has cars, like every type of car. I mean, he got Rolls Royces. He got all this stuff. In Mississippi, he's got Rolls Royces, everything. So I'm talking to him. And I'm like, yeah, man, one day I'd like to buy this car. It wasn't a Rolls Royce because I don't want a Rolls Royce, but it was some kind of antique car the dude had. I mean, probably cost $200,000. Mm-hmm. And he looks at me, and he gets real serious because at first he was like laughing and stuff, and he says, "I'm just going to tell you now, you're never gonna get rich working here at Mississippi Tourism." Like, and it kind of got me because after taxes, I was making like $27,000. This is after taxes. You break that down, what is that, like $2,250 a month or something like that?
Yeah, no escorts for you. Yeah.
Hell no, unless I want to lose the house. So he told me that 6 months later, I quit my job. Mm-hmm. So when I quit my job, I was thinking in my mind, this dude is right. But also I remember a saying that my uncle used to say. Mm-hmm. And my uncle was the fisherman. So like if I ever went fishing, I go fish in his pond. So just back to what you were saying. He told me, you're never going to get rich working for somebody else. Made it to this year, January, I made $27,000. You
mean in a month?
In a month.
And doing music.
That was for like working 10 days.
Singing.
Yeah.
27,000.
Straight up.
You know I sing too. If you need, whoa. What you need? Please. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Please, give me something.
But I'm going to tell you the same thing my uncle told me. You'll never get rich working for somebody else. So if you're working for me, you're never going to get rich. I'm just
all right, you mentioned credit scores.
Yes.
I
told you they ain't going to date you unless you got an 800 or better.
Funny thing about credit scores, I was thinking this the other day, some new material that I was working on, it had how, in my opinion, if you got a low credit score, you're an automatic hater. I'm gonna tell you why. This is my theory on how to pick out a hater. If you have a low credit score, you're too busy doing what?
Well, shit.
Minding everybody else's business.
You ain't doing what you're supposed to do.
Okay. You're not, right? And like Michael Jackson knew. In life, but if you have a high, you're busy doing what?
Hey, you doing your business. You making sure you putting in that work. You're doing everything you're supposed to do.
And they're always in everybody else's business. So I'm not gonna go through the whole spiel, but that's just my theory, working theory at least, that if you have a low credit score, or if you're hating, you have a low credit score. And honestly, I think that's how we can end hating in 2024.
Well, I can't look. I'm gonna agree with you all day because everybody that I know that has a horrible credit score, they spend most of their time like calling, gossiping.
Know who unfollowed who and everything. They hate us.
Oh yeah. They know everything that every celebrity is doing, and somebody like you probably got a good credit score. You look you like you got the glasses on. You look like you got you at least got you a 760.
I look like I used to do porn, but now I'm trying to clean up my image. That's what that looks like.
Trying to get your image straight.
I used to, yeah. Like I was a cellist or something. That was my shtick. Yeah. All right, anyway. All right, I got another question for you.
Okay, what's up?
At any point in life, have you ever wanted to be somebody else?
That's a good question. You know what? There has probably been, well, you know what? I do it all the time. Actually, I'm not even now, I probably do that. Sometimes, last week, I was like, man, I wish I was Prince. I was like, man, I bet you he got the baddest bitches wearing them high heels, probably hitting every chick that he wants to hit. Then he got this vault with like 8,000 songs in it. But then I was like, like a few months back, I was like, man, I want to be Bruno Mars. Because I was like, man, I bet you he having fun over here doing this and doing that. Like, it's just, they're more talented than me. So you're going to always want to be, I would hope, you want to be somebody that's more talented than you. But a lot of people can't see their own talent. So you want to be like somebody else. Somebody else probably want to be like you too. So,
Yeah, a few times in life, I've wanted to be somebody else. But I can remember distinctly when The Best Man came out. All right.
Who'd you want to be for The Best Man?
I remember being in the theater and the way that every woman in that theater swooned, switched positions, changed their hair when Morris Chestnut came on the screen. After his hiatus from Boys in the Hood.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, because Morris, he was like running things for a second.
Oh, yeah. He walked in with that smooth baldy.
Yeah, and I think everybody's want to be like Michael Jordan or something at some point too. What? Did you watch it in theaters?
I didn't watch it in theaters, but come on, dude. Everywhere you went, he was like, after that movie, every black chick wanted at least somebody that probably looked like him. They wanted, because he got to be like 6'2" at least. Then he got the washboard abs. He got the smoothest bald head I'd have never seen.
Put your socials again for
Pause.
That. Okay. All right, yeah. Thank you so much.
Hold up. Pause. Every chick wanted to be with this dude. But I'm too yellow for that. I'm a yellow fella.
I was thinking about Karma the other day, and because, it's, like I said, it's been so hard to get you for appearances and whatnot. And I was thinking about Karma, because when your answer came through, it was after I did an act for someone else. And I remember I was at a coffee shop. I was leaving out, and I see this gentleman coming up. I can see him out the corner of my eye. You know when somebody's about to ask you for some money or something, right? And so he comes up.
Sense kicked in.
Yeah, and he says, "Say, brother, you got $1.80."
$1.80.
If he'd have said $1, I'd have been able to like stay true to my American and be like, "No, fuck off. What's wrong with you?" But he said $1.80, so I needed to know more. I needed to, like, what are you gonna buy? What are you gonna buy with $1.80? And I thought about it for a second, and because he caught me off guard. I knew I had it in the truck, so I was like, okay, yeah, sure, whatever, man. And I was going to the truck, remembered I had a 5 in my pocket. And so I thought very quickly, I was like, I need the 5, but obviously he needs it more. So I pulled a 5 out, I handed it to him. And he like drops his knees, goes, "Oh, brother, something good is coming your way." That's not out here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got 10 in the truck. You know what I'm saying? Sorry.
So you weird. Look, literally, I thought you was going to ask him, "Y'all got a 5, you got change." Dirty joker, you.
Yeah, I know. But it just reminded me of how never, ever you could just as easily be that person.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we're all walking that line and we can all just be that close. And so remember, if it's ever there, get that $5 away.
Okay. So next time I'm driving now, I'm going to hear your voice in my head. I'm going to be like, damn, I ain't got but this $20 bill. And then, you know, so I'm just going to let down the window.
You just ask them what they'll do for 22. All right. Man, look, I got to say, fuck you for not bringing the kid in. But no, I really appreciate you for coming on, man. It means a lot. This platform, what we're doing here is going to be great in spreading awareness for kidney prevention, overall health and wellness. Shout out to all the guys under 6 feet that are 5'10", you know? Shout out to them.
Look, now I got to go get measured because now it's going to kill me not knowing how tall I actually am. But dude, hey, thank you for having me. I will not leave you on red anymore.
Appreciate you coming. Thank you.